What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of All Mouth Bassing. Today I'm out here at the Pueblo Reservoir out towards the north end. I was out here this morning and I actually had some pretty awesome luck. I managed to find a little school of smallmouth that was feeding, and I managed to get into a couple of those, which you guys will see in a minute here. And tonight I decided to come back out here. It's pretty late evening. The sun will be going down pretty soon here, so I'm hoping there's still an active bass bite going on. I'm guessing they're probably slowing down a little bit with it getting later in the night here, being that it's in the colder months right now. So I'm assuming probably my best bet will be to target walleye, but just in case there's still bass bite going on, I'll probably throw baits that'll target both walleye and bass for that reason. So there's potential to possibly get on some more bass, which would be amazing, but I'd also be pretty stoked to get on some walleye. And I also already threw a catfish line out, which you guys will also see in a second, and I'm hoping to possibly get on some catfish too. So multiple species I'm after right now. Earlier I already got on some bass, so hopefully we could get on some more fish. Let's get after it and see how we can do. All right, guys, it's bright and early on a cold winter morning. I'm out here at the Pueblo Reservoir. Got a beautiful sunrise out here. I'm gonna throw this hot dog worm combo I've been throwing out for catfish lately. Gonna see if I could maybe hook into a random catfish. It's pretty chilly, so my expectations aren't crazy high for that, but it'd be neat. That's deeper than I thought. Haven't caught a nice catfish in forever, so that would be really awesome if something hit this. Okay, while I wait to see about a catfish bite down there, I'm gonna go ahead and throw around this jerkbait. It's a dynamic j-spec. I accidentally knocked it off a bridge the other day and busted an eye out of it, which sucks, but aside from that, awesome bait. This one is a chartreuse shad color, I believe, and it's a pretty good little bait. Actually, I'm gonna go to the left. Couldn't decide which side I wanted to go to. It's a little later in the morning than I'd like to fish for walleye, but this bait could target smallies, and there's several species that'll eat this, so we'll see what happens. I'd prefer some walleye, but who knows. That made a funky noise. Probably gonna deal with some frozen rod guides today because it is chilly. Come on, buddy. Trying to get this swim bait without putting my hand in the water. Yes. Got it. Check that out. At first, I spotted it at first, and I thought it was a yellow perch. I thought it was a real yellow perch laying in the water, and I was like, whoa, that's actually a nice big swim bait. Check that out, guys. Pretty neat little find. Doesn't say a brand on it or anything. It might just be like a generic one, or could possibly be a custom one. but looks like a pretty decent one. The movement on it feels nice. The paint's not really worn off or anything. Hell yeah. All right, back to walleye fishing. Oh, what? There was just a big spotted bass chasing me. Man, I pulled away just a second too early. Let's see if it comes back. It never bit. You never know. That was a nice bass. Man. Oh, there's a smallie. Nice. That's not even the same fish. Hell yes, guys. Let's go. Decent smallmouth bass. Let's go. Yes, I needed that. Bite has been slow. I haven't caught a smallie in a while. Alright guys, that was awesome. Probably just a little over a pound, maybe a pound and a half at best, but still beautiful little fish. Nice winter bass. I love it. Let's go. That was awesome. I think I'm actually gonna go grab my stuff and bring it over here. Keep fishing this area. Alright guys, the bass over here seem pretty interested in this chartreuse shad jerkbait, the j-spec here, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep throwing this around and hopefully I could get another bass bite or two. That would be really awesome. I've been having a rough time catching bass lately. Barely been targeting them. Oh my god, there's a nice smallie. Let's go. It's barely hooked. Come on, buddy, don't do all that. He came out of nowhere while I was just reeling in to finish a cast. Oh my god, he really wants to break me though. Come on, buddy, don't do all that. Let's go. Yes, that is a beautiful fish. It's actually about the same size as the last one, but it's really pretty. Let's freaking go, guys. I'm definitely changing my focus to bass now. Seems like I figured out a bit of a pattern with the old j-spec. What a beautiful fish. I'm so stoked right now. Gonna get this guy back in the water here. Awesome. Hell yes. Oh, had to call my buddy real quick. I looked at my phone and I had a missed call, but I'm gonna see if I could get back into this smallie bite, guys. This is awesome so far. Oh, come on. Come on. Pop off. Pop off. Yes! I was worried. Had me nervous, guys. Had me real nervous. What's going on here? Something don't feel right. Oh. The bill it was caught on the bill and the bill broke off. Well, rip. Guess I'm switching baits. That is a bummer. Well, breaking that j-spec was a pretty big bummer, but I've got this Dynamic Lures HD trout in the color Firecraw. It's basically just a downsized version of the j-spec, except this one's obviously a different color. But I'm going to try it out a little bit and see if they're interested in this. If not, I'll probably switch out to a different bait after a little while here. I'd like to stick around for at least a bit since it seems like there's some kind of smallie bite going on. Smallies are easily one of my favorite species, and they get pretty tough to catch most days in the winter, so seeing the kind of bite I was seeing so far seemed pretty promising. Alright guys, I think I might actually see if they'll eat anything finesse. Alright guys, I decided to switch up tactics a little bit. I want to throw something finesse, so I decided to throw a Guggen Squad rattling net on. It's got the little rattle chamber in the back, and it's just your typical, like, basically micro stick bait, finesse bait. So I've got it on a, I think like a Z-Man mushroom head jig. Just a typical Ned jig, and it's the color Carolina Craw, I believe. Gonna toss this around a little bit, and oops, almost forgot about that cable out there. Gonna toss this around a little bit though, and hopefully get on another bass or two. Yep, broke that Ned right off. Okay guys, I've got the same catfish setup I've been throwing lately, just with the live worm and the hot dog chunk. I've been having a tiny bit of luck with it, so I'm trying to stick to it and hope for the best here. It's a pretty warm afternoon, especially for winter time, so I'm hoping that'll have the catfish moving around and active. Typically, during the colder months of the year, on the warmer days is when I've noticed the catfish seem to move a little more, so I'm hoping that holds true today. Guess we'll see. Alright, now that I got the intro done and got my catfish line out, I'm going to go ahead and target, like I said, pretty much both bass and walleye. I'm going to start off throwing just a regular pearl colored fluke, Texas rigged with a little 16th ounce bullet weight on it. I already had this tied on from this morning, so might as well throw it around, see if anything's interested. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching another episode, and thank you so much for sticking around till the end. If you enjoy my content, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe. As you guys know, every bit of support really does help so much, so thank you guys so much for any of that. I really do appreciate all of it. And unfortunately, I didn't end up getting on any more fish in that second half of that video there. The beginning of the day though was awesome. I went out expecting to possibly get on some walleye and maybe a catfish, which the catfish bite at the res has been pretty hard. I've been going other places for cats and having luck, but the catfish bite at the res has been pretty tough lately. But I was thinking I might get on some walleye, and instead I ended up getting into that little school at Smallies, and I actually saw a nice spotted bass chase my bait at one point too. But point is, the bass were biting surprisingly, so I went ahead and started going after them a little bit with that jerk bait because I saw them chasing, and I did manage to catch those two nice ones, which was really awesome. It's been tough getting on bass in the winter in general here, so even though it's been a pretty warm winter, they still have really slowed down and gone pretty deep, so bank fishing for them has been a challenge, and it was just really awesome to get on a couple nice bass there. So I was really stoked about that, and I'm glad I could take you guys along with me. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one, and I'll see you on the water.